Texas.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much, and I appreciate the distinguished gentleman from Maryland for his comments as the ranking member. I speak today in support of H.R. 9593, the Manager Attitudes and Notions According to Government Employee Responses Manager Act. Mr. Chairman, we are bringing this forth because we have held now for a year and a half or more a number of not only open investigations that was done on a bipartisan basis, but also hearings that we held. We have taken time on a bipartisan basis to look at the government performance, to look at how government does its job. I'm pleased to report that many of these items that we took on were corrected because of, I think, feedback that was done on a bipartisan basis. I could point to a number of issues, but I will point first of all to the work that we accomplished on passports. It was a working relationship that we had not only with Mr. Mfume, but we also had with the administration. But, however, it's important to note the American people got it a long time before we engaged in this issue. But the managers of the business saw that their day-to-day operations, not just in passport operations, but across the government, are being not just challenged, but really changed as a result of this administration. And while I don't disagree on the surface with the administration, I will say that they gave confusing signals, signals that the management of the organization felt like they were at a disadvantage because they did not receive clarification. We, in fact, did not go for the most negative parts of this addition of words to be added, questions to be asked. We went to the ones that managers themselves have provided us. Managers across the government who say they want to make sure that as they put forth the issues of managing a workforce, of listing employees, of trying to make their business work, that they did not put themselves in jeopardy. So, as we all know, there are a number of facts and factors that happened with this administration that decided to change and then not follow with respect to employees reporting to their work locations. It might be called a COVID type of response. But the bottom line is the day-to-day responsibilities of getting results on behalf of the American people, making sure that they represent not just the taxpayer, but the grandmother, the veteran, the people who are there, who seek the government, whether it is a government agency that provides necessary information or simply information. The government has a responsibility, and that falls upon the managers to make sure that what they do works. So I would like to ask that the gentleman from Maryland really look into this rather than looking through it, and that is that we believe that managers at all levels of the government should be included, and that the questions which we are adding to this bill, which I'm very open to try and change, that they would be allowed to ask questions that put them and themselves in a predicament. And one of those might be, it is time to come back to work. Will they be supported by their secretary or their management? Will they be in a position where they know that if they follow the procedures that are written, they will follow? And so we're trying to hear feedback about their ability to effectively mature, get in and manage, and make sure the culture of the federal government employee is protected. So I would ask that the gentleman please look at this, of the importance of what it is, and we ask employees, tens of thousands of employees, we should also ask their managers, what are those things that you think you deal with where you might be at odds with not only an employee, but perhaps the management of the organization? This is something that I think is normal. In my 16 years at AT&T, we ask these same questions of managers, and I would ask that they allow this an opportunity to filter in and us work on this, but I am willing to work with them to change the bill to accommodate the right things. Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time.